What's up, guys? It's Nick here, and I wanted to share some of my thoughts and opinions on Mob of the Dead. It came out a little bit less than a week ago. I think it's 6 days ago now. So, you know, we've kind of had some time to play it, check it out, find some stuff, and see what we think. And overall, it seems that the community consensus is that it's a very good map, which is what I agree with. The map looks great, you know, the detail in the prison, in the different areas. You can see it even here in this gameplay down here in the washroom. Just the amount of detail that they've done is great. The bodies hanging everywhere all over the prison is a really great feature, and I can't really talk enough about how beautiful this map looks. The attention to detail, you know, and the creepiness of the atmosphere too is something that we haven't seen much since a map kind of like Verrucht, I guess you could say. So I'm very, very pleased with the map's looks and all, and it's great. And it's definitely something that you want to see as a Zombies fan. This is a very wholesome and complete map, I think. You know, you have the different weapons. They've added the Uzi, AK-47, the Death Machine, the Tommy gun. You know, you have a whole bunch of new weapons, and that too is great to see these gameplay enhancements continuing to happen within Zombies. The you know, the use of the weapons is good too, because it's pretty fair. You know, you have the Hell's Retriever, which you have to get by feeding 3 of the dogs around the map, which I think is pretty fair for a weapon of its you know, standing. But you can also get an upgraded version of that, which is great. Just like how you can have the spoon. You know, you can get the spoon, you can get the golden spork. I love the idea that there's hidden upgrades to these weapons that we get. You know, back in World at War, we'd be like, holy crap, I'm using a spoon as my knife. That's awesome. But now it's like we get a golden spork. So it's insane. And I love that. Of course, you have the Blundergat as well, the Wonder Weapon, which has so many different variations. You can do just the Blundergat itself. You can upgrade the Blundergat. You can do the Acid Gat. You can upgrade the Acid Gat. So it's you know, tons of possibilities there too. And you know, when you do the Acid Gat, it does change the core function of the weapon itself, which I love. I love that, being able to make that choice on whether you want to use that or not. You know, it's the weapons are great. You know, when you put it down on paper, I think this is the map that's added the most weapons or items in a single map out of them all. Now, you have this new Afterlife mode, too, of course, which serves a couple purposes. One, it replaces Quick Revive to a degree. You know, there is no Quick Revive on the map. But every round, at least in co-op, you get an extra Afterlife. So you kind of have 2 downs per round if you need it. And then you can also use the Afterlife, you know, to build the plane, to do the Easter egg side quests, that kind of stuff. So the Afterlife mode is great. You know, opening these different areas and things that you can only see in Afterlife is awesome, and I love that. And, you know, I think that it'll probably stay on just this map. I don't think it's something that'll continue necessarily into every map, and the reason I say that is just because the theme of this map tends to be loops and life and death, and so I think Afterlife is something that we'll only see on this map, but of course it's a great feature and I love to see it. You know, here you see me using the Death Machine, and that Death Machine is just so fun to use, so fun to use. The Easter egg side quests on this map, I want to talk a bit about that because that's kind of what my thing is. You know, we did get up at 5 and started trying to work at it and go at it. But there was someone that posted it about 4 hours after the map came out, so that was a bit disappointing because, you know, obviously it's not the main goal to get it done first, but it's still it's in your head because that's the nature of humans, right? Competitive, you want to get things done first. It's in our nature. So it's a bit disappointing to have that happen, but the side quest itself, I think, is very fun. It's fun to play. It's good to, you know. The reward for it is kind of crappy, being that the game ends, which is interesting. But, you know, to end the game, you have to intentionally do that. There's no way that you accidentally do the side quest and end the game. So I'm kind of okay with that. It was interesting to see them take the map side quest and give that an achievement score of 75, and give the Easter egg side quest a score of 25. I'm not sure why they did that. Of course, I think they really wanted to emphasize this quest that they put together of building the plane and going to the bridge. But 75 gamer score for that is pretty easy. but I am still glad they did include an achievement for the Easter egg side quest. So regarding that, you know, we did a stream the day it came out, and we were playing it the whole time, and we had, well, we jumped up to, I think, 1,900 people at once, and then we held steady at 1,500 throughout the day. Syndicate stopped by and shared some information with us regarding the side quest, so that was great. Mr. Dalek JD was in there. It was really great to see everyone together, and I had a great time doing that. Probably wouldn't do it any other way, other than obviously not have the ending uploaded a couple hours after the map comes out. But, you know, I'm pleased with this map. It's definitely something that I would keep playing, you know. Die Rise kind of turned into the same thing after a couple weeks. It's just the same thing over and over again, which is really kind of what Zombies is, but I think that this one you can add challenges to it. You know, you could do Hell's Retriever only, you could do wall weapons only, and it would be fun. You know, it would be fun because there are several locations for the wall weapons, too, so you can run loops around. The design of the map is very unique too. It's not just a flat circle. Shangri-La was essentially a circle. That was it. But this is its own structure. It's hard to describe, but it's got its own pathways. It feels very natural. So the design of this map was great too. I'm really happy with what the team did with this one. I don't think it was necessarily the Zombies team that made this map, because they weren't, you know, they haven't been seen in any interviews and stuff. I think they definitely had some input on it, but I think most of the work on this one was done by the single-player team, and they did a pretty goddamn good job. I mean, the map's huge too, and the different areas that you can go to, the plane itself is a great feature, and is like, if you would have told me back in 2009 World at War that we were going to be building a plane and then flying it in Zombies, I'd say, you're crazy, you're talking out of your ass. But now it's actually here, and it's great. So I'm really pleased with that. Also, the way that some traps work, how you can upgrade them, that's cool. Also, as well, with the Afterlife mode, the different functions that does, too, is having to turn on the perk machines and the gondola. You know, instead of having just one central power switch that you have to go to, they've kind of scattered it across the map, and I love that. You know, just different. Different is good, and I think that's something that we really got with this map. And that's generally what I've heard from the community, too. I haven't heard much bad about this map. You know, I have had some issues with getting killed a little quickly, and I think the reason they did that is because Afterlife does kind of make the map a bit easier. But the tight corridors also balance that out. See, these little doorways that you got to go through and these tight winding staircases are very difficult to get through at high rounds, so you need to find a good place to stick with it. And I like that. I like the challenge. Again, it feels very natural. It doesn't feel like we're playing Alcatraz, the Zombies map. It feels like we're playing in Alcatraz that has been taken over by zombies, which is how it should be. And I'm not sure if I worded that very clearly, but whatever. And, you know, just down here in these tunnels and all, again, the detail, the candles, the satanic symbols everywhere is great. And the story itself, too, of the map, because this map kind of has its own story to a degree with these characters and the events of New Year's Eve. It kind of has its own story, and I dig that. I like that, you know, this is kind of its own standalone experience. It's not necessarily building off all the other maps. There are connections, but this map is generally pretty independent, and I like that because, again, it's something different. It's always great to see different. And we've got 2 more maps after this, which, I don't know, I wonder if we'll ever get a map where we can play as the original characters in Black Ops 2 again, you know, or, you know, I feel like there's still a lot to do with the other characters, Misty, Russman, etc. So, I'm very interested to see where they go, but I like this map for what it is. It is different, unique. You know, and the HUD. They even changed the HUD on this map. It's like they didn't have to do that, but they did. That's the kind of stuff I love. So overall, you know, I'm having a very positive reaction to this map. Definitely more positive than Die Rise, just because Die Rise kind of felt like a generic Zombies map to me. I mean, it was definitely great and fun, but this map really goes above and beyond the typical experience, I think, and I admire it for that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts down below in the comments if you want to share those with me. And I'll see you guys next time.